There's a company selling huge amounts of what many to believe is the best lightweight budget outdoor gear, but you won't find them in Go Outdoors or any high street chain really, and as a result some people have never heard of them. That company is Naturehike. Are they any good? Well, to find out, I bought 3 bits of their gear essential to all wild campers. This was my introduction to Naturehike. This is a Naturehike 60 litre plus 5, the extra 5 being this mesh pocket. I think it's called the Rock. And yeah, it's a rucksack that I bought to carry all my stuff in for the Cumbria Way and my wild camping trips. Straight off the bat, as they say in America, yeah, it's flipping good actually. I do really like this. It's a good investment. I'll run through the positives and then I'll run through the things that I would change about this, because it's not a perfect rucksack. So positives, these side pockets, absolutely brilliant. Nothing's ever fallen out of them for me. I reckon I've done about 200 metres. I've not done 200 metres. I reckon I've done at least 200 miles walking with this rucksack, and it still looks in really good nick and it's never let me down. That's a litre bottle and you could fit a regular bottle next to it easy, so I'll take that out. And then, yeah, these mesh pockets. I mean, where have these been all my life? I fit my whole tent in this and more stuff for the Cumbria Way, and not once did it ever feel uncomfortable or like it was going to fall out. Such a handy feature, so much so that every rucksack I buy from now on has to have one of these. Yeah, love it. What else do I like about it? Pockets. Right. And these things, just like the front, where have these been all my life? So this is a bottle holder that just goes on the strap there. And if you've got an atom pack, yeah, you've got these, and loads of other companies have them as well. Genius. Like, for years, I was trying to for years I was trying to grab... Keep it together. For years I was trying to grab round to a water bottle and struggling, and I mean, I'm a big guy, I don't have the flexibility, my body's made of wood, but I couldn't grab it. But if you put your water bottle in there, boom, straight away, nice refreshing drink. Guess what, this is not perfect though. So on the atom packs they're a bit lower, and most of the rucksacks are a bit lower. I don't know why Naturehike went, I'll tell you what, we're going to put it up here. So you're trying to get your water bottle and it's up here, and it sits in all right, but it looks a bit weird. And if you're an aesthetics guy rather than a practicality guy, it's more the fact that it looks a bit weird, because it still fits and it still suits, it still serves its purpose basically. But why not make it a bit lower? Maybe because there's no room on the strap there, I don't know. These hip belt pockets, yeah, that zip is actually really good quality, but it never feels like it's going to come undone, which is good because that's where I keep my car keys. And the one thing you don't want to lose on your hike more than anything is your car keys. I kept my car keys in there for days, not thought about it, and then when I got back to the train station after 4 days of hiking the Cumbria Way, guess what? Of course they were there. And the other one I use for snacks. And I've just realised it's also got a little pouch there. I did not know about that. I'm going to call that the Snickers pouch, because that's what's going to go in there. Straps are comfy. Yeah, like I said, I've walked hundreds of miles in this, and I guess only a couple of times I felt like my neck and my back and my shoulders were aching, but that's because of the mileage and the weight I put in the pack rather than the pack itself, so I can't blame that for this. And yeah, it's really, really comfy. Did my back sweat? Yeah, but I never really noticed it at all, to be honest. And I'm a big sweaty boy, but yeah, it was absolutely fine. The days were hot. This little mesh here, yeah, it really did the trick. Honestly, for the money, I could not recommend it more. I'd buy another one of these in a heartbeat. So that's the good. What don't I like about it? Well, right there is this little section there, this little pocket there. To get to it, you've got to unclip that, and then it just flaps around. There's no zip and there's no Velcro, so it's not really secure. I don't know what you put in there, to be honest. It's just a little pointless little pouch. It's not even that deep. It doesn't go deep. And it only fastens when you have to bring these round and strap them up like that, which gets quite cumbersome. I keep a water bladder in there sometimes, which brings me to my next point. Inside, it's just one big section. I wish they had a separate little compartment for your water bladder, because I like carrying water bladders around. They're just so convenient, aren't they? You could fit so much stuff in there. I mean, look how much that extends out from rolling up like that. That's another 30 litres right there. It's, yeah, so good. Everything fits so well. Stop saying so. Everything fits really well in these. I just do wish that they had an extra compartment inside for your water bladder. And if it was up to me, there'd be a little zip pocket there or something, or at least a bit of Velcro to keep something a little bit more secure in there. But I am nitpicking because on the whole, I love this. Yeah, it's sturdy. It's still in really good nick. It's comfy. It's lightweight. You can carry a lot of stuff in it, and it's practical. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. This was the first Naturehike product that I bought, and it was that good that I then went and bought 2 other products, one of which was a bit of a mistake. Second one was this, the Naturehike Cloud Up 2. It says 2X here, I don't know what that means. Maybe someone can tell me. So I saw this on various people's YouTube channels and it looked good. Everyone raved about it, and for the price point it seemed very good. Apparently very easy to put up. Turns out even an idiot like me can put this tent up in 3 minutes. It's so simple. These pegs don't come with it. I bought them from Coniston. So my first tent and my introduction to tents, I needed something that was easy to put up, relatively cheap and quite light, and this ticks all the boxes. Honestly, I'm so happy I bought this tent. I'm trying to think of some negatives. It could be a little bit lighter. The poles that you use to construct it, one of them bent already slightly, but I think that's user error, basically me being an idiot. I genuinely think this might just be the perfect 2-man. It's really a 1-man. This might be the perfect wild camping tent for an absolute beginner. I am over the moon with how well this coped. Now, the weather was good when I've used this. In rain, in winds, high winds in winter, would I sleep in this? No. Now this is summer. I bought this for spring, and on my first night I was a bit chilly. The wind was coming underneath. I didn't batten down the hatches well enough. On the second night, absolutely perfect. It was still in there. It's easy to pack away, it's easy to set up. The living space inside was enough for me on all of my kit on a multi-day hike. It's not a 2-man tent, but as a 1-man tent, I absolutely would recommend this. There will be better ones out there, but for the price point, pound for pound, literal pound for pound, English sterling, British sterling, this might be the best wild camping tent that money can buy. There, I said it. And then when it's time to sleep in your tent, you need a sleeping bag. And I went for the Naturehike something, I'll put it on the screen. I forgot what it's called. Tell you what, I'm going to be professional and look it up. I'm not going to look it up because I've got no signal. It says it right there, excellent. So this is the Naturehike CW400. And it was advertised as I think it might have been advertised as a 4-season sleeping bag. It is not. First impressions though, the material is so soft. This is a down-filled sleeping bag. It's duck down, it's not goose down. Some people in the comments on Amazon said they've been ripped off, but it clearly said that it's duck down, unless they've just changed it on Amazon, I don't know. And I got this in grey because, well, I actually got the black one first, and then I realised that if there were any ticks crawling on it or creepy crawlers, you wouldn't be able to see them. So I got the grey one and give the black one to my son, because that's the kind of dad I am. First of all, first impressions, it's really, really comfy. It feels kind of luxurious, and it packs down really small. In a dry bag, with all the air crimped out of it, you can just stick it in your rucksack so easily. And then obviously you need to let it loft up once you get to wherever you're going to sleep. Give it time, because now, I mean, look at that. This is it feels so warm and luxurious. It is not. It's more of a summer, late spring bag, I'd say. So the comfort rating on this is 4.7 C. Transition 0.4 C. It was, I reckon, when I was sleeping in this on the Cumbria Way, bearing in mind I had thermals on, and I don't mind the cold at all. I had thermals, hat on, jumper. It was about 1 degrees, and I was properly freezing in this. I slept in it again about a month later on a wild camp with my lad, and I was pretty chilly then. 650 FP, which means fill power, I believe that is. Fill the power Taylor. So that's, don't do that. It says risk -15. It's not a risk, you'll be dead. I bought this before I used it. I then bought the second one. There's times when you're sleeping in this that you can literally feel your skin through it. I would not buy this again. It's more of a summer bag. Some of the sections in this have so little down in it that I thought mine might be faulty. And then I felt my son's and it appeared to be the same. Now, disclaimer. When my son slept in the tent, in the same sleeping bag, he slept like an absolute trooper. The second he closed his eyes, he fell asleep all night. He said it was toasty and warm all night. Right, so I was sleeping on the big Agnes Rapide sleeping mat, and that would have easily coped with the temperatures that we had. And my son was on this, the Best Way Alpine Lights. This is kind of like the viral, low-cost, super R value. It's in the 7s, I believe. Relatively cheap, relatively small and lightweight. He was on this. So I've got to say, the difference could have been this. Saying that, I might do a review of this separately. I walked to the sound of what I thought was a mouse trying to chew through the tent. It turns out it was this deflating itself. I don't know if it's faulty. I've since tested it and it seemed all right. So that deflated itself on night one, and he was sleeping fully on the ground by the morning. I think that's because it wasn't secured, the valve properly. So user error again, probably, yeah. So as a side note, my son gives that his seal of approval too. So when it comes to sleeping bags, and it's your own comfort at the end of the day, I think it is worth spending that little bit more money. So I didn't go for the Naturehike sleeping mat. 3 products was enough, come on, I wanted to switch it up a bit. Plus it gets a bit boring for YouTube. So I went for the big Agnes Rapide, which I really like. This will be fantastic in summer and when it's slightly warmer. But in winter, for me, it just never really did the job. And like I said, I don't mind cold at all. But I woke up almost every night freezing. And it was really cold at night. It was really cold at night, just above freezing, like literal freezing. It's lightweight, it packs down easy, it's comfortable, it feels luxurious, but I don't think it's there in terms of temperature rating. 3 products, I would recommend 2. The tent, I'd absolutely recommend. The rucksack, 100%. Sleeping bag, in summer, yeah. Anything that gets towards freezing, absolutely not. I might have bought the wrong one, so that's on me. This is interesting. Between buying this bag and up to now, they've changed the rating. Basically admitting it wasn't up to the job of their previous claims. Had they used this rating when I was looking to buy a sleeping bag, I might not have chosen this one, as just a couple of degrees makes a huge difference. That said, because it's so comfy and lightweight, I'm actually keeping this bag and pairing it with a sleeping bag liner for any colder nights. If anyone has any experience of doing this, let me know. But Naturehike as a company, would I buy stuff from them again? Yeah. I absolutely would. I think for the money, the stuff's well made. It's reliable so far. Not so much the sleeping bag if you're looking for a winter bag or anywhere near to freezing. The tent is fantastic. Apparently this is the Cloud Up. The Cloud Peak is apparently really good. And this rucksack is fantastic. So 2 out of 3, it's really not bad, is it? If you're looking for reasonably priced / budget, maybe a little bit above budget, hiking products, hiking gear, definitely consider Naturehike. This is not a sponsorship, I'm not sponsored by them. It's just my honest opinion about the kit that I've bought.